Review for the Thinking Trees book, Pondering the Past, A Creative Introduction to 30 Classical Stories. So we just received this, and we're super excited about it. It's not super thick, but that is okay because you're going to be reading 30 classical stories. You don't need a bunch of extra bookwork. One of my daughters has claimed this for herself already. So, and most of these we have not read. And it gives you a list. I'll show you. I love the pictures. And my kids love them too. So it kind of goes through all the books, which I know it tells you also in the description, and it depends on your kid, what grade you want to use this for. Like my two daughters I'm going to use it for are starting the 6th grade. And so I know that some of these might be a little too old for them, but that's okay. I figure we can save them, a few of them, and, do them next year. We'll still have the book, and it'll be fine. But a lot of these, I think we can do. Most of them. The only one we have already done was The Secret Garden. So we skipped to that and did the page for it because they really wanted to start. So what you have is, for each book, you'll have a page that gives you the title, genre, author, published date. It'll give you a little bit of information about the author, and then it'll give you an excerpt from one of the chapters that you can read. And then vocabulary quest. So I want you to highlight and define 2 interesting or unfamiliar words. Use a dictionary to explore the meaning of each word. So I think that's fun, because a lot of the books are written from a long time ago, obviously. And so they might have words that your kid might not even recognize and definitely not know. So here's another great illustration to go with this. I love this. It excites me. Okay. And then to go with the book, classical copywork. Now, you could use the same book you read, so like Robinson Crusoe, or you can pick a different book written by the same author. So I think that's fun. Because if you just want to keep working in that book, your kids can definitely choose to do that. Or if you want to kind of branch out, they can read some other titles written by the author, fill out the information, describe the characters, copy 2 paragraphs, create an illustration. So that's always fun. What can you learn about the past from this story? I think that's awesome. And obviously you could write, or you could even draw, maybe what the past is like, what it's like now. So that's how many pages you get for each book. And then it goes on. I'm excited to read this one. It talks about the author. That's a long reading right there. So there's another great illustration. And that one doesn't have the dictionary. I just noticed that. The vocabulary words, I mean. Majority of them do. See? And like this one has 3. Some have 1, some have 2, some have 3, and apparently some don't have any. And most of these you couldn't color, but if your kids wanted to add some detail, they could. So it just goes through like this. And there are movies for a lot of these, so you could add that. So like most Thinking Tree, it repeats in what it's doing, but it's not a boring repetition, or at least my kids and me have never been bored by Thinking Tree. And I just love how open their books are to interpretation. You can do it how you want to do it. You don't have to go in a certain order. It's not going to mess anything up if you skip around. And you could even, read this author's story. So you could read Oliver Twist and do the lesson for that, and then come back later and read something by that author. You don't have to go in order. So anyway, it goes through that for each story. In the back, the time machine. That'll be fun. I've never actually heard of this book, so lots of different things. My kids are actually doing a Peter Pan play, so this is the first book we are going to do, because we've never read it. Watch the movie, and then you can see that's where we started. And we're going to read The Little Princess to go along with The Secret Garden, written by the same author. Okay, so I was going to show you in the book. In the back, it has places, it has pages for your sketches and drawings, which I don't know about you guys, but when I read aloud to my kids or when they take turns reading aloud to each other, whoever is not reading, it really helps them pay attention and sit still if they can draw or color. We do that a lot to keep them in their seats. And then notes. Because, you know, sometimes we read books and we just will love certain sentences or paragraphs. This would be a great place to copy that down. Or just your thoughts on the book. So it gives you room for that, and I love that. And it ends with notes. So, love. Beautiful coloring. Illustrations there. It's great. So there's a review of that. We are very excited to try it. Cannot wait. You guys try it too.